Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Time snuck up on me today. I was doom scrolling, if you will, and sometimes that just eats up my time. I was actually doing some research, but I call it doom scrolling because research to me on the internet is kind of like doom scrolling. You kind of get lost in the track of time. So, um, just making sure I am all set, ready to go. And we'll see if this is really live. Okay, so today we're going to do jelly printing. And have you ever thought about, hey, I really like that particular gel print and I'd like to try to recreate it? And it can also sometimes be frustrating that you can't recreate it at 100%. You can get close, but unless you write down every little thing that you do, I don't really think that you can recreate it because of the paint that's on your plate. Thank you so much, my pop art. Good morning, Christine. Okay. So, woo, that always makes me nervous after doing a live for 50 minutes last week and then not having one single voice on the video. So that was day 22, if those of you were hanging around. But anyway, going back to jelly printing, while you may write down everything um, exactly like it is that you did, and you want to recreate that print, it's not going to happen. It's the movement of the paint on the plate. It's um it's the way your mood is when you roll the paint out on the plate. Like things will not be the same. You could get close, but you're not going to get to be the same. Um so with that, I am going to try to recreate a print that I created last week. I think it was on day 22. So I'm going to try to recreate that today. And we're going to work with braille paper and some of our blue colors, which I did forget to put that out. And let's see if we can recreate this print. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and let me just add this. For those of you who don't know, gel printing is a monoprint technique, which means one print. So that's why I am saying that it's going to be very difficult to recreate a print. You can get close, but it's going to be difficult. All right, I'm going to turn on some better light here. Hold on one second as it adjusts. Okay. So this this particular print we did last week. And so we had the circles in here. I have that stencil, I have the braille paper, and I'm going to get the colors because I went doom scrolling or researching. So there we are. One second. And I do not remember what colors we used, but I'm going to try to get close. Okay. So it looks like I did a base layer of a lighter color. Is what it looks like. Don't quite remember, so we're already batting for 0. But I definitely used lighter colors, and then I used probably one of my favorite ones. It's a blue, and I don't think I have it. Okay, that's all right. I'm going for texture anyway. It won't be, again, I can tell you already, I don't remember everything on this, so we're already not going to make it. But we're going to try. All right. And I don't think this is the blue, so it's going to be one of my favorite ones. I think, is it this one right here? I know this is in here. Where is the phthalo blue? Nope, that's the same one. It's the same one, isn't it? Cerulean? Yeah, it is the same one. Okay. Put that. This is kind of in the way. We'll come back to it. Oh. Okay. And we're going to go. Okay, this is Braille paper that I have. It's one of my favorite textures. And what I like to do, and I probably did this wrong, so we'll do it again. My order is out of, I got my order wrong. I can tell you that already. So recreating this is, yeah, I'm already not gonna do it, but here we go. Let me just pull this print real quick. I should have done something first. I got too excited. Oh, there's my phthalo blue. That's what I was looking for. Now I found it. Well, big plans for anybody this weekend? All right. Yep. Yep. Let's see what this does. Probably won't show the dots. No, it won't. I didn't. Well, it does a little bit, but not to the point that I was hoping. Okay, so we got a big blue piece of paper, but that's okay. I knew I did it wrong. We got a little bit of dots, but you can't see them on camera, but you see them right there. Okay, so we got a big blue piece of paper because that's what I'm doing today, doing things backwards. All right. Phthalo blue is one of my favorite colors. I just love that color. Just stupid chores, Christina. Who doesn't have stupid chores? There we go. That's the color. I knew it was phthalo blue. All right. Yep. Look at that. I even used it last time. Okay, so I put the stencil down, and then I'm going to put a smaller pattern in between the circles. And we'll see how that works. I don't think I did it this way, but we're going to try to recreate it. Circles and dots. That's what I'm going for, because I've already forgotten what I did. But we'll get close, I'm sure. Okay. And then, okay, I'm going to try this light and see if you can't see the dots a little bit better. Nope. You got one big giant spot. Okay. Just playing with the light. Sorry, guys. You can kind of see them, but they're not that great. Okay. Now, the next thing I want to do is go a little, it looks like I went a little darker just with the phthalo blue. That's what it looks like. And then I'm going to try doing the, okay. Let's see if this shows. This may not show. I might get another big blue piece of paper because I'm experimenting. And jelly printing is all about experimentation and imperfections. Jelly printing is about imperfections. I just want people to understand that. Now, let's try to pull this print and see what we get. In fact, where is that one piece of paper? Okay. I'm going to see if we can pull it with this blue piece of paper. It might not work. No, it did not. I mean, it worked. Don't get me wrong, but it's the wrong, like, it's reversed. So far, this is where we are. They don't quite match. So, but I used that dark blue in the background anyway, so I knew it wasn't going to pull up. Let's try this again. I know it was phthalo blue, and I know it was white. So let's go lighter on the phthalo blue. And then we're going to do Or lighter on the phthalo blue. And then okay. We're going to take the circles. Where did my circles go? And then we're going to take, I'm going to take this blue paper again. I'm going to take this blue paper again. And I'm just rubbing into the circles. Okay. Pick that up. So what I'm going to do, or am I going to leave that there? I think we're going to pick it up. We're going to go for it. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we shouldn't have. Okay. A little wet, but that's okay. And then we're going to take this other, see, that's very much similar to phthalo blue. It's cobalt blue, but it's got a metallic shine to it. So it's a little greener. It's a little bit greener for sure. Oh, Sherry, you just messed it up. Ah, well. Okay. Let me get the center there. I think we're good. Now we're going to go with a lighter blue and see what happens. Almost a white. But I've already moved the paper. You can see that right over here. The paper slipped and it's already not going to look like it. So, well. Okay, I've lost my other blue paper. Well, that's all right. Jelly printing, it seems like I don't do a lot of talking with that because I'm probably thinking. So my apologies for that. All right, let's see what we got. It won't look the same because I messed it up already when I put the paper on. Yep. So see, first of all, the color's off. This is a little greener. This is a little bluer. You got your circles and your dots, but then that's where the paper messed up. So it's still, yeah. Unless you write it down step by step exactly what you've done, you're not going to recreate this. And then again, when you mix up the paint, you're going to have the wrong, you'd have to measure every little thing. And then you would hope to get close. So the fact that I just did circles with dots in the center, that's about as close as I'm going to get to recreating this. I'm going to try one more to see, because these are more defined than these are. So I'm going to try one more to get close. Oh, all right. We're going in with the circles. You just got to find them. My brayer's got a lot of lines in it today. The way I'm brayering, my a little aggressive on the brayer. Take the centers out. Okay, got a little bit of center right there. I'm just going over my centers. Okay. Now we're going to take, I'm just going to take the phthalo blue at this point. And we're just going to rub it all over the stencil. I don't think that's just what I did, but maybe I did. Okay, playing, messing with this cat, man. Come on, get in there. Okay. Making a bigger mess than I need to. Get in there. It just doesn't want to go on. All right, you just sit there. You're like, Sherry, you just rubbed the paint out of the centers. Why did you put paint back in the centers? Well, because it's a different color. And I wanted to take, as soon as I find it, my braille paper. And I wanted to use that to take out the centers. I'm just taking off excess paint off my plate here, because any leftover brow dots are going to be cool on another print. All right, now we're going to lift this guy up. Yeah. Then I'm just going to go with white at this point. I just don't think it's going to work out again. Oh my gosh. Well, we're not quite there, but we got closer. Okay, so we're in the same color family now, right? Not quite there, but we're a little closer. The only other thing that I could try, which I'll do one more. We're getting close. We're getting close. I'll try one more thing. Makes me kind of nervous because I don't know if it'll even work, but yeah, I'm still struggling with this one on how I created it. Yeah. We're close. We're close. Let's try one more where, well, we're going to use this darker blue, phthalo blue. Man, I could buy a ton of these. I just love this color. Except for the cap will not go back on for some odd reason. Why will you not go back on? All right. This time we are going to I don't even think this will work, but we're going to try anyway. Because if you don't try, you'll never get there. We're going to do the dots first. And I just moved my paper, but well, there we go. Okay. Let that dry for a minute while I think about this. We're doing the dots first, and then it looks like the stencil may be on top, question mark. So we're going to try that with a white. And it's the Stalo blue. I think I did it twice. Yep. Okay. Okay, circle stencil. Where did you go? Oh, it was mixed in with all the blues. All right, we're going to stick this on here. We're going to take another piece of scrap paper. That does not seem right to me, but it does not. So what we're going to do, all right. I could be trying different combinations on this all day long, but I don't think it's going to work out. Did I go back in? No. All right, we'll just go with this. And this piece of paper. I bet you guys are just screaming right now at the camera going, Sherry, try this, try that. So if you have any ideas, let me know, but I just don't think we're going to get there. This is the last attempt, and then we're going to look at all our different Gelli prints that we made. Trying to recreate this one. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Oh my gosh. Sherry, you didn't do this right yet again because you had no background. That's what it was. Well, this is a failed attempt, I can already tell you. Did not turn out the way I was hoping. I had 2 pieces of paper. No wonder I couldn't feel it. Yeah, this is a failed attempt. Can anybody guess what I forgot to do? I forgot to lay a layer of paint down on the paper first. That's what I failed to do. So, let's see if we can take a ghost print. Put this back down. It's not going to be perfect, and I don't expect it to be. See if we can pull this up. And if that doesn't work, we'll just, yeah. Okay. This is not one of my favorite prints because it's got too much white in it. And if you're going for white, this is your print. But this is not my print right now. So, we're going to do one more thing. I know I just talked about white, right? And then I just put white on the plate. I'm going to take this other green turquoise color. I'm going to go over this paper with it. Oh, look at my hands. All right. Sure, you just covered up. I can just hear you. You just covered up everything you did. Yeah, I did. There it is. Now, man, I just put this thing back on here. Now I can't get it off. Mr. Pliers. Hopefully this piece of paper won't stick. It's really, really wet right now. So I'm hoping it doesn't stick. Okay, this one doesn't have the circles in it, but that's okay. I elected not to. I really wanted to show you. Let me try to turn off this light. You get a lot of. I wanted to show you the dots that the burl paper makes. So, all right. So with that, because I'm gonna have to wrap it up today, I won't be able to go as long as I'd like. This is what we tried to recreate. This was the last poll. We're not quite in the same color family, a little darker. This was a complete failure. That doesn't match. This one is getting closer to the color family. It's a little bit more greener, so I probably use this metallic. So on that. And then we have this one. And this one is about as close as I could get with that. So the color families are the same. The just so you know what's on top, and I personally forgot this when I was looking at this print, so I don't know if you could tell, but what you put on top on your plate first is what ends up on top. And I can tell you it was the braille print, and if I go watch that video I could try to recreate that, but I haven't done that yet. But just from memory and by the basic foundations of jelly printing, right? The braille print was first. That was number one. And I did not see that until just a few seconds ago. So that's number one. Then, and that was with the darker blue. Then I put the stencil down. But what I'm not remembering is I put that lighter blue paint over the dots. And then did I pull it up and pull up the stencil and then laid down another color in the blue family, same colors. I'll have to go back and watch that video. I took it down because there was no sound. So I was going to plan to do an overlay. I mean, like a voiceover on that video, put it back up. But regardless, I think that's what happened. So we got close. No cigar. Because what did I do here? I put the stencil down first instead of the dots. So with that, jelly printing is a monoprint. And unless you write everything down to the T and measure your paint, it's just a one-time print. And so trying to recreate a print is gonna drive yourself kinda batty, as you just saw in the last few minutes. I enjoyed everything I did, um, and it'd probably help if I would have written down the steps to try to recreate it, but I don't do that because why? It just, I know it's a monoprint, so why? So experimentation is definitely the key, but if you do like a technique, I would suggest you write down the order in which you did everything. I still don't think you're gonna make it exactly. It's never gonna be 100% because remember, the only thing that you can make 100% is copying, and even then, the tone of the copier, right, is not exact. But you can get a lot closer, let's say 99.98%. But anyway, with that, when you embrace jelly printing, don't go for perfection. This is an imperfected technique. And that to me is what really helps with my mindfulness and being in the moment when I'm creating because you're just never going to what you know what you're going to get. So I hope you all have a a great day. Sorry, I was checking the comments. I hope you have a great day and thank you for watching Ratchet Up Your Art and I'll see you tomorrow.